Good morning. Welcome everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you a prediction reading for the 2nd of April. Oh my gosh, it was April Fool's Day yesterday. Did anybody get fooled? I didn't fool anybody, but it's I cannot believe we are in April. What the heck is going on? It's complete madness, and Clown Show 2.0 is full steam ahead, guys. I think we all know that. Now I am here with my doggos. I've got Sprocket here. I've given Sprocket a haircut, guys. I've completely clipped him off. If he gets up later, I'll show you how cute he looks. He just looks so adorable. It looks like with his ears, he's got two little pigtails. And I've got Sophie over here. Sophie, you going to say hello to everybody? Sophie? Oh, you're getting a hello today with the tail. I've been shaving her till I'm halfway through, so she's got this big clump on her head. Like a mohawk. Thanks, guys, also for your kind wishes with my cat, Charlie. The weird thing was my hubby bought some different cat food and she ate it last night after 3 days of drinking water. So maybe she just felt upset in her tummy. So thank you for your beautiful well wishes with Charlie. But she did end up eating, so that was good. So I'm sure she'll feel a bit better today. And she wasn't even really off. It was just that she wasn't eating and I was getting worried about her. But eating again. We know what our pets are like. You get a bit fickle in your older age, I guess, don't you? Cheers, everyone. I got my coffee. Welcome anybody new to my channel. I'm getting a lot of new subscribers, which is really wonderful. We've built a community here of like-minded people. We share and let each other know what's going on in our countries, guys, because we really do not see what is going on in mainstream media very often, let's put it that way, especially when it comes to protesting. Zero, nothing, getting nothing here in Oz, and yet we know it's going on in so many countries. UK, Canada are standing up. Europe's been going for ages. We know, but of course nothing as usual because they don't want other people standing up. We know how it works. Okay, first off, tiny bit of admin, guys. I haven't got tons. I've got to share with you. I'm always telling you about Chris Bowen. He's our energy minister. Biggest laugh, biggest joke. Just doesn't have a clue. Just pushing his agenda, of course, and his special renewable dates that they've got planned and all this stuff. Well, the latest is him and Elbow. He and Elbow took 2 separate jets, private jets, yes, to a function and it was an energy function. It was an energy function. And a clean energy event it was, and they took 2 different jets from the same place, but they were 20 minutes apart. So they're making all these excuses, like they had to take all their staff and minders, so they had to take 2 jets because there wasn't enough room, blah, blah, blah. We know how it goes. I'm guessing it was all for convenience, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, call out all the little people and peasants. But, as usual, the hypocrisy. And this is Chris Bowen that always says net zero is not negotiable, it's a necessity, as he flies around on his jet. Just more of the double standards, guys, that we're seeing all over the world with these leaders. The other thing is, did you see, apparently Biden declared Trans Visibility Day at Easter? What was that about? If you're in America, let us know what this is about. Trans Visibility Day. Like, what the hell? Oh, my God. Anyway, to be continued, I'm guessing, over there. And also, Elbow's done a big defense deal. $1 billion he's making tankers for Germany, apparently. So I'm guessing over in Germany there you're getting more warlike tankers, but we're making them in Australia. It's a big $1 billion deal. Oh, it's all about the deals and the money, isn't it? And, of course, war, all war-related. The other thing that came up, which I found interesting, is they were saying that defense officials are being attacked globally by sonic devices. And it always comes back to Russia. Yep, I told you we're going to hear more about Putin. And they call it the Havana syndrome, which is these people get very sick, they get ill, they projectile vomit, all these sort of things. So some of these defense officials globally are complaining about being hit with some sonic devices near their buildings or something like this, which is interesting because when we went to the freedom protests here in Canberra, a lot of us got very, very ill from some sort of sonic device up there, but nothing was ever talked about with that. I got severe migraines. I got really ill. My girlfriend got burnt lips. Another one had a red face. And people still don't believe that they use sonic devices. So we know that they definitely use sonic devices. Well, apparently it's a big issue. And all blaming Russia. Of course they are. The other thing is, I've got some of you who live in Scotland. Apparently, I was watching Carl Vernon this morning. You've got the hate crime bills being passed over there. Or they're being passed all pretty much around the world. Don't worry, we're all not far behind you. If you post anything that upsets anyone. Interesting. And all I could think of was, well, people were posting things that were upsetting me during Jab Wheel, but it didn't seem to matter back then, did it? So, don't know really, guys. It all seems a little bit strange, a lot of this stuff that's coming out. But as we know on this channel, nothing surprises us, really, does it? Nothing. Guys, I'm just going to read you a little bit from this book that I got because it's very important. We always talk about, we've been talking for the last week about detachment from things. Remember I bought this book, The Mountain Is You, ages ago? And I often talk about that little show on YouTube called Finding Joe. It's a cute little show. I just want to read a little bit of this to you about the detachment. It's just a small paragraph. You must release your old self into the fire of your vision and be willing to think in a way that you have never tried before, which is pretty much what the awakening is, guys. You must mourn the loss of your younger self, the person who has gotten you this far, but who is no longer equipped to carry you onward. You must envision and become one with your future self, the hero of your life that is going to lead you from here. The task in front of you is silent, simple and monumental. It is a feat most do not ever get to the point of attempting. You must now learn agility, resilience, and self-understanding. You must change completely, never to be the same again. The mountain that stands in front of you is the calling of your life, your purpose for being here, and your path finally made clear. One day this mountain will be behind you, but who you become in the process of getting over it will stay with you always. In the end, it is not the mountain that you must master, but yourself. I just love it. I love that. That's what I always say. The battle isn't with anybody else. The awakening, the spiritual awakening that we're going through and all the changes we're going through is always about yourself. It's about the battle you have with yourself and starting to understand who you are, but also, like that says, conquering the mountain, but leaving things behind you, not taking them with you. That's why we drop the backpack of burdens, guys. I just thought that was a little bit of a helpful reminder to just let you guys know how far we've come. It's certainly been a journey, hasn't it, guys? I can't speak. All right, I'll close my eyes and get started and see what comes up, guys. God, they're showing me like a Harry Potter platform, like train platform, like, platform 9 3/4. Well, they're showing me platform Clown Show 2.0. There's trains going to Clown Show 2.0, or there's trains going, well, everywhere else. Anywhere but Clown Show 2.0. But I am getting, they're sort of doing these last calls. It's like the station masters doing the last calls to Clown Show 2.0. Like, all aboard, all aboard. It's just showing me that there's this station master. They're still trying to push the last bit of the Clown Show 2.0. All the BS garbage and lies, and they're still trying to see if anyone will jump on board their train. This is what I'm getting. This is their big last ditch effort to get people on board with their great reset. But it's looking to me at this platform, there's not a lot of takers for the Clown Show 2.0. They're not selling a lot of tickets to that train. People are going in all different directions on other trains is what I'm getting. This is good, guys. That means people are waking up. They're not just hopping on board and going for a great big ride, well, as we often say, on the road to nowhere. Or anyway, that's what I'm getting. So it's like this large ditch effort that they're all going to go hard this year. And it's like, all aboard, final calls for Clown Show 2.0, all aboard. trying to get the people on. It's mad. It really is mad. All right. And I'm getting that people are very reluctant. This is the people waking up, guys, not you. If you're here on my channel, you're already awake. The people are very reluctant to follow their government now. People are resisting. And see, when you start getting that resistance in the body, it's that awakening. It's uncomfortable, it's painful. But people are starting to resist their government leadership now. Look at Elbow here. He's lied that much that no one could take him seriously, guys. So there's a lot of resistance, for example, with that. We know with Trudeau, there's a lot of resistance. Now we've got Sushi, a lot of resistance. Macron's had resistance forever. I feel like Chris Luxon's going to start getting a bit of resistance. So people are like resisting going on Clown Show 2.0. They're not going in that direction. They're choosing not to. But this is where the resistance rises up in the body and it can become quite uncomfortable. Most of us here know that, having gone through our awakening processes, it can be quite an uncomfortable process when your body is breaking down, because that's what the awakening is. It's a soul breakdown of cracking open the shell. It's an exhausting process, and getting back to who you really are. All right. England's rising. The numbers are growing in England. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. You know what I'm seeing too in England? It could be them and us. It could be like migrants and us, like the citizens of the UK and a lot of migrants. There's going to be, I feel, not just with government, there's going to be conflict in a lot of areas in England, London, UK, all the surrounds. People in England are tired of this migrant issue. It's taking a toll on people's lives, plus everything else, cost of living, family issues, etc., goes on and on and on. But I am getting that it's really causing massive problems, not just with crime, but there's even the language barrier. You think of language barriers, it can be a huge thing too, because it causes, like I always say, people to come together, to stay in their groups. So it causes an enormous amount of separation as well. So that's another thing people are protesting about, all this separation, the them and us issues I'm getting in England. And people don't want, see, the regular folk of UK don't want to have to deal with the volatile energies of people coming from war-torn countries or volatile communities and bringing that energy with them, because the people feel it. People feel it. I say that all the time. If you move people who are in their up energy en masse in a negative way, it starts to affect other people. It's a very, very strong frequency vibration. You think about it. If someone's aggressive to you or angry or hostile, it really can affect you. It can really affect you and shut you down a lot. So this is what's kind of happening in UK. People are tired. Oh my God, the energy in the UK, England, London, all the way around, is exhaustion, total exhaustion. Too much thinking. It's taking up too much of their headspace. I'm seeing this big head that's just like full of gunk for people in the UK. People can't believe this is their lives and this is what's happening. And they're sort of like sitting back going, how is this happening to our lives? What is happening to our lives? Why is this happening? Why are they just letting people in willy-nilly? Exactly. Especially after we were all locked down, couldn't even move to a different state or anything anywhere. And suddenly everyone can just move everywhere. Nothing makes sense, guys. Nothing makes sense. Not just to us, because we know it's idiotness anyway, but to the people waking up, nothing's making sense anymore. Nothing's making sense. All right, let's keep going. Oh, I'm getting China. And it's showing me Trudeau raising his Canadian flag. Like, he's so super proud of his achievements. He's trying to get the flag right up. He doesn't want it at half-mast, meaning that he could be ousted. Not necessarily death. But he wants that flag right up the top of the flagpole. He wants to fly that flag with pride in Canada. That's what I'm getting for Trudeau. He's aiming to get Canada on the world stage of power, importance. This has always been his aim, to be up there with the big guys, Putin and Xi Jinping. So he's still working on getting his flag right to the top of the flagpole, meaning power on the world stage. All the while rubbing people up the wrong way. I know you guys have got your new carbon tax and all this kind of thing going on. All the things that, just another extra cost. Oh, look at Spocky little face. Spocky, show everyone your haircut. God, I love him. Spocky. Too tired. This is what I'm getting. It's rubbing everybody up the wrong way. The thing is, like, how do you keep going? Like, how do the little peasants and people keep going? When you've got no money, he's just taking and taking and taking. And he's not giving. We know Trudeau's not a giving person. I'm sure he's not giving you wage increases and all this kind of stuff and pay bonuses. So he's a taker. He's just taking and taking from the little people. And again, I'm getting that picture of that Scream painting, like, where people are feeling drained, like they're losing weight and they're becoming just an empty shell of themselves. That's what I'm getting for China. And it's not a bad thing, guys, because that means people are hitting rock bottom then, which is a good thing. Because when you hit rock bottom, as we know, there's nowhere else to go but up, rising up into your own energy again and your own strength and power. All right. Getting Portugal, Spain, Madrid. I'm getting stand-ups, fight-backs. Maybe overriding the town. People might be starting to override things in the town with protesting, bringing people together. There's a lot of tormented energy in these areas. People are very tormented by what their governments are doing to them. And it's making people feel very hostile and angry now in these parts. Ugh. It's mad. It's mad. It showed me they're all turning into those, like, bullfighters. Really angry. Like, not only does the bull get angry, but the people are getting angry in these parts as well. Ugh, I wonder why. This whole thing is so frustrating, guys. Why can't they just let us live our little simple lives? I just don't get it. All morning on the news and everything here, it was all about the cashless society, this, that, and this. It was just so frustrating, guys. And you just don't want it. We just don't want it. But how do you go about stopping it? It almost feels impossible, guys, doesn't it? I understand what, that you guys probably feel the same. It feels just so frustrating, like no one listens to us, do they? They just put us in that conspiracy theory category over here. And what would we know? We're just people that we look at the opposite to what they're telling us, which is usually true. But it's just so frustrating, isn't it? Like, we would have to march in the streets again, all of us, and do the same thing again and again and again. And you sort of do think, well, what does it achieve, really? If people are going to stand by and allow it to happen, what's going to stop it? Oh, my God. Anyway, let's just not dwell on that. Let's just move forward, knowing that the awakening is happening this year and people are waking up. All right. Oh, more cloud seeding this year, guys. Oh, no. UK. Oh, I hope you get sunshine for your spring and summer. We've had rain this morning. Yes, a bit of rain. More cloud seeding appearing. It's going to become really obvious to a lot more people now. People are going to be starting to really question why no sunlight. Like, why are we always getting grey skies? And I mean, we're getting more of this, the cloud seeding now. Sophie. Good girl. All right. Oh, we know this year they're going to be pushing the herbivore thing. The herbivore meaning plant-based everything, which we know isn't plant-based. We keep saying that. It's not, it's protein. Well, they say protein plant-based, but it's actually lab-based meat. lab-based meat. There's more of this like herbivore eat. Well, aren't bugs meat? Like, wouldn't that be classed? What's a bug classed as? Anyway, so we're getting more of this herbivore kind of way of eating, that it's good for your jaw. You know, you think our cows and that crunch and everything. We're just going to get more of this kind of just garbage and nonsense fed to us again, which is going to make no sense. I'm just getting the word herbivore because we know they're trying. Look at Sophie's haircut. Come here, Soph. Show everybody. Soph. They're trying to get us all off meat, so they don't want us to be carnivores, do they? So more of the herbivore packaging, just focusing on this is good for the environment, it's healthier, just more, nothing that makes sense. All right, enough of that. I'm getting Australia again, and I'm getting that Elbow should be embarrassed. Elbow should be embarrassed the way he's conducting himself. I don't think he is. I don't think he gives a rat's. But I am getting that Elbow should be embarrassed. The things he's done in Australia, people are going to be really shocked. They reckon we don't know the half of what Elbow's done, and I reckon they're right. He's been very sneaky, very conniving. He's pulled the wool over the Australians' eyes. He's wheeling and dealing. He's selling us off to all these big companies. I keep saying it. We know it's happening. All very shady without the little people knowing it. All for the greater good of Oz, but it never is, as we know. So he should be ashamed how he's treating the common folk of Australia, is what I'm getting. It'll all come out one day too. The guys are saying it'll all come out one day and people will be mortified and really shocked. Like, what he's doing is quite horrendous. Oh my God. What is he up to? We know we're getting the packages offered to everybody now, which is for, I looked up that Redbridge, guys. It's an insurance company in London, which is interesting. Another big corporate company giving loans to Australians, like to buy their solar panels and stuff, but you don't have to pay it off till you sell your house or whatever, or you die and give your inheritance to your kids, like I said, and then they'll take their big chunk with interest, no doubt. Anyway, one of the many packages that's on offer, guys. There'll be more to come. I'm getting that people are really remembering how life used to be. There's a lot of people, like, really, you think back. I was talking to an old farmer the other day, actually, who was saying how life was really easy when we were kids and that. You think about it, just showing me pictures of kids climbing up in a tree house and just skateboarding and how simple life was. Life has got so complicated now, hasn't it, guys? Just the phone in general. I try and avoid my phone. I get frustrated by my phone. It takes me a couple of days to reply to a lot of you guys on my Facebook and that, because I really don't do it very often. I do use my iPad quite a bit, but I just get frustrated by Snapchat, Facebook, all this kind of stuff on the phone. I just find it's very time consuming. You think you'll just be on there for a couple of minutes and you end up being on there for an hour. Like it's mad. So yeah, I'm just getting, a lot of people are looking back at their simple lives. And now, like with all the banking online, everything's so complicated. What was once very simple has now become so complicated. And again, it takes up people's thinking space. It's a very draining energy when you have to think all the time. I mean, we know young ones are very savvy. They don't have to think a lot. They're just very good on their devices. It's like second nature to them because that's their normal. And I guess that's something we've had to accept a lot too. But a lot of people, and particularly young ones who aren't interested in finding out about where their future's going and all that, which is probably pretty common, they're not aware of the tracking and tracing and how the banks are going to be taking a cut of everything that you're spending because you're tapping this and tapping that. And people just don't think that far ahead, especially young people. They just don't. They're not like us guys, that we like analyze everything, because we get, not only do we see things, but we get all the information behind it somehow in an energy, frequency, vibration. So we're able to join the dots and fill in the gaps. We're just wired a bit differently, that's all. If you're here on my channel, that's pretty much how you're wired. You'd be a sensitive, a psychic, highly intuitive, probably telepathy by now. Isn't that how we talk to the aliens? Apparently we're going to be using telepathy, so they might need some of us awake people to do that, which wouldn't be too bad, would it, guys? All right, how about we pull some cards, guys, today? I'm a little bit exhausted today. I think after Easter, it was just such a beautiful weekend. Let's pull a fairy oracle. Hope you guys enjoyed all your Easter eggs and getting together with probably family and friends and maybe just chilling out and relaxing. I did a few jobs, but I still chilled out in between. You got to make that time, haven't you, to have a rest? Dragon's pet. Communication between species, animals, pets, magical companions, and guardianship. An awakened soul. What's she got there? Like a little baby dragon. That's beautiful, isn't it? And see, that just reminds me of communication between species, what we're just talking about. More telepathy, more reading body language. We talk about body language a lot here. So much can be said without words. And even words come with energy. So you can say very few words, but they still have a big impact. Something we're really aware of, isn't it? And we do, a lot of us here talk about the beautiful birds, the wonder of, well, our pets. We have a real, I guess you could say it's like an affinity to animals and nature as well. But we do love, it's like since we've emerged from the cocoon into the butterfly, the awakening, we just have a very different perspective of creatures, I guess you could say. We have a different communication with them now. It's the unspoken kind of word, isn't it, guys? Let's pull Adoring Virtue. Oh, I'm getting this one. I've got to cover it. You know that I do, guys, because we can't have any nude people. Body care. Taking care of yourself. A lot of us have had to do a lot of healing during our process as well. I'm getting like purification as well. Cleansing of the mind, body, and soul. Keeping all your chakra points aligned. You know, it can be physical fitness too, but it doesn't have to be just physical. It can be spiritual healing and taking care of yourself in all sorts of ways. That as well comes under the spiritual master's degree we're apparently doing this year, which is quite complex, I have to say. According to the guides, we're doing our spiritual masters, or this year, but to the end of our life. So body care, it's really that taking care of yourself, making sure you're nurtured, you're nourished, and you're happy and whole is what I'm getting for that. Let's pull a unicorn outcome card, guys. Whoa. The Christ. Open the door to the kingdom of heaven. And look at the body language, really. That's just about opening up, having good body language, being receptive. Look at the two unicorns here. I always relate to them as the spirit guides, being guided. You've got the love frequency, the cherubs up here. You got your higher mind doing a lot of work for you. And look at him floating. It's like floating through life, like going through with the flow. Open the door to the kingdom of heaven, floating through life. Which is what we're really doing. Once you awaken, you just don't take things as seriously. It's like the mountain in you. Like, once you conquer that mountain, it's sort of behind you. And you realize there's nothing that you really can't conquer. So you let go of all your fears and your anxieties and your worries and all this kind of thing. And you really do learn to pull yourself back into that now moment and just flow with things and not have that resistance in your body. Let me see if there's anything to finish off with, guys. Yeah, I'm getting that song by Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Relax. Relax. Go do it. Where you want to go through it. I love that song. I really love that song. We get it quite a lot here. Just keep relaxing, guys. Stay relaxed. That's the allowing. Don't have that resistance, tightness, contraction in your body. Stay relaxed. All right. I'm getting the Beatles, Love Me Do. Love, love me do. You know I love you. I'll always be true. So please, love me do. I love that song. I love the harmonica part and the vibration. I've had that before too. I do love that song. It's just a light-hearted song about the love frequency vibration, isn't it? All right, hang on. I'll see if there's one more thing. Oh, I'm getting a song by John Farnham, Take the Pressure Down. Take the pressure down. I can see it. It's rising like a storm. Take all the things and push them around. Take the pressure down until the pressure calms down. I want you to look that up, John Farnham, Take the Pressure Down. And we'll see what comes of that, guys. The words in that song, rather. There must be some meaning in that song. I'm just going to leave you with that song today. I'm going to go look that up in a minute and play it. Here's the one that sings the voice that I always tell you about, John Farnham. He's got the throat cancer. Take the Pressure Down. I think it's called Take the Pressure Down. I'm going to say goodbye from me and the doggos today. Sprocket! I'm going to give you a close-up of Sprocky. Sprocky! Sprock! I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. And I'll give you a look at Sophie. Say goodbye, Soph. Bye, darling. No, you're not going to get anything out of them today. I'm going to say goodbye from Australia. Have a wonderful day, everyone. I'm glad you had a wonderful Easter, or I hope you had a wonderful Easter. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Remember, subscribe, like buttons, please comment, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for all your wonderful feedback too, guys. Bye.